Okay, you on me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is Clint from Clint's Permaculture Garden. I want to show a little bit about pawpaw trees. It can be with any seedling, but when you're talking with seedlings, they all kind of like have their own little thing they like and they don't like. And one of the things I do want to show, this is the last one. It's these are pawpaws grown from seeds. I've grew them inside of the containers, which is what this is right here. But this is as big as this seedling will get. Now that could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you're wanting to market these or put them out yourself or whatever you're gonna grow these for. But this is as big as it gets. It almost air prunes at the bottom and you don't get any more height up here. Most people, when they're selling pawpaw trees, they're expecting something, 2 foot tall. And it's not gonna happen inside of these. But it is really nice with these because when you get the containers, you can get the whole little system. I think there's 98 of these. It's very compact, so you've got a tree or whatever you're growing, so it's really handy that way. But pawpaws do not like to be put in a regular pot, and when you see a lot of people trying to sell them, that's one of the main problems they're having. And there are some different things that you can do with a pawpaw to keep it really healthy. But what I'm doing with these seedlings is I'm putting them in here with a mix. It's perlite and sand and some compost from the chickens and different things like that. It's not hot. You don't want to give them a lot of nitrogen or something. But this is the last one that I haven't done. This is really simple. I just make a hole, kind of twist this up, and you can pull this out, and I get the dirt originally off of that. The hole's not quite big enough. So it's a good root system, but if you put that in a regular pot, see, you're already causing problems with how long the taproot is on this, and it stunts the seedling. So I just basically drop it in the hole. It doesn't seem to hurt the seedlings, and then I come around the side and I just push in and fill in so there's no air pockets. The containers is a handy way to start them, because if you don't get a planted seed, you're not taking up space. And every one of these buckets, what these trees all right here are pawpaws, and there's about 500 to 600 of them right here inside of this little space. And if you're thinking of them for market value, you can come up with different ways. You could sell them on eBay or sell them locally or sell them to a nursery. At this stage right here, actually, you can let them set a year. They'll be about that tall. You get most nurseries I've seen that are selling these that way are in the $12 to $17 range. And then if you let them get on up to the 3 feet, which you'll definitely have to pot them, which we'll probably get into later on how you do that without stunting a pawpaw tree. But that's a tremendous amount of money. Even at seedling cost, if I were to sell these right now, I could easily probably get $1 a piece for them, really easy, and be $600. If I let them set till next year, 12 times 600, you can see the value in this little bitty space. Now, every week I'm coming in, I'm using fish fertilizer on these once they're at this stage to get some extra growth on them. And I've also got all of these trees are very heavily inoculated in psyllium or mushrooms. So I'll see mushrooms coming up through here all the time, but I'm getting all of that life in this in this soil. So when I take these seedlings out, I'll use this soil in the pots, and it'll bring life to those pots too, which is part of the reason a lot of people have trouble with trees in pots, is because the soil's dead. And if you want to have a good profitable backyard nursery where you're selling to whatever it is, if you have good living soil, you're going to have a more healthier plant, and your customer will recognize that really quick.